Hey traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. So we're just tuning in. It's just 2:45, so 15 minutes after the RBA announcement, and we can see pretty clearly that there was an unexpected shift away from what the market was expecting. So the RBA held rates at 4.10%, and the market had been expecting an increase to 4.35%. So it did shock the market a touch, and we can see the reaction to the Australian dollar here. We can see that move down. It is fighting back off the low it has put in, but we'll have to just see how things progress into the London session. We have a nice downtrend running now, even though this is a bit of a blow off. It will be interesting to see if the European traders take to it with selling or heavy selling once we go into London. So just having a look at the overall picture here. So we did go into it expecting a hike, and we had a hold. So it does throw up a couple of things. That last CPI data that came out last week, which missed expectations, but then the jobs data that came in the week before, which was hotter than expected. And just looking at some of the points out there, so further tightening of the policy may be required. Central forecast for the CPI is to continue to decline and to be around 3.25 by the end of 2024. Inflation to be back within that 2 to 3% range by late 2025. So some reprieve there. And this is where is an interesting point, is the unemployment, which did drop last data and really got some expectations going, is seen as rising from its current rate of 3.5 to around 4.5 late next year. So maybe with this forecast, the RBA is starting to take its foot off the accelerator a little bit, and with wage growth is also being seen to be consistent with the inflation target, provided that productivity growth picks up. So that's one area to watch in the near future, to see if that does continue to back that up. So also, so just looking at price now, so sorry, I just got a little bit muddled up there, but so looking towards August, there has been expectations about another rate hike as well. So that does put that into some sort of question now with this one, and I think the market will be looking at next data coming out, especially the next employment figure, to see if that continues to match, and then also the next CPI data. So this did definitely take the wind out of the Aussie. Had a very firm day yesterday. We can see that rally here, and also we saw with the yen that very strong rally against the yen. Currently at the moment we are seeing a move lower. You can just see how amazing that rally was yesterday. Looking at resistance at this stage, we can see this level here is our current point for resistance. That's 95.70 for the Aussie yen, and just looking at the AUDUSD, we can see a bit of resistance here at 67.15. There is support though going down to 66.20. We can't really see any. I'm not going to mark any intraday support just yet, but we would be looking to see if buyers can hold above that 0.6690 area. And the question now is, we have this trend break here, we have this downtrend still in play, and you can just see that here running just down there. So is this a rejected rally, and will we see sellers to continue to push at these lows here later in the European session? If the European traders and into the New York session, if they see this as a real negative, we are wondering if we're going to see a push back down. Now, if that level continues to hold and we close above this midpoint here, there could be a small positive. Disregarding the moving averages pointing down quite steeply. We really are just a battle to see which side wins, if we can see a hold above here, or if we do see a break at that level and then move back down to test that support area. So we'll be keeping an eye on for the Aussie, just to see if we do as well have that trend break, and if we are going to see continuation there. There is also a double top here as well. That's the neckline just down there. So you want to see a big break of that to confirm that overall pattern. Now, on the other side of the coin, we did see a move higher on the ASX200, and after 2 days of low rejections. We've had a break of resistance as well. We can see that level here has been beaten. We've continued to hold above it. It wasn't very convincing. We've had a few moves down, but then we've had this nice push up today. So if things do continue in favor, and if everything still does point to rate holds moving forward, will we see this rally that continues to push on? Will we see that get back up to test that 7585 area? Even if we do see another pullback, would like to see price stay above this area here and maintain it as from resistance to support, which is it's a good sign to see in an uptrend, and we do have an uptrend at the moment. So if we do have any counter rallies, we'd like to see them stay above this area here, and then see buying continue on. And we'll be looking to see if buyers can get back up to test this area at 70. That's 75, 87 to 80 area. That first high is the first point of call to beat for buyers. It's at 75.06, and then we'll be looking to see what can happen next if we can get back up to these areas. So interesting, very interesting RBA decision, and we'll continue to see how this plays out, but definitely keep an eye on the Aussie dollar later. The dollar index is slightly higher at this stage in the day, and we are wondering if we will see another move down to test this support areas around this range here. So that's it for today's update. Thank you very much for your time. We wish you all the best for the rest of the day with your trading, and until our next update, good trading and bye for now.